Kia ora guys, it's Brisingrize here and I wanted to welcome you to my first ever vlog. Yay! I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this forever, but I don't really have a lot to do around the house because, as you guys know, I live with complex PTSD, and for those of you who don't, now you know. Because of that, that means that I actually can't work. It's a very difficult sort of thing for me to do. So I have to sit around the house all day and find my own way to I don't know, live. So this is sort of also a hashtag living with PTSD and also my first ever vlog because I want to show you guys the journey of me getting better. So let's do a little update in regards to PTSD. I got my prescription yesterday. I have a real fear of pills and I managed to be brave enough to say yes, I need pills, I'm gonna give them a go. If they affect my creativity then I'll stop them. They're not addictive, which is fantastic. And just for all you guys out there living with a mental illness or any illness in regards to that, it's not a bad thing to need pills, alright? It's never gonna fix all the problems. It's not like a complete cure. It's just an aid. And hopefully this will get my emotions a bit more under control because things are very frustrating at home at the moment. Because my dad doesn't have a job either. And he lost it about 7 months ago now. And we're pretty much knocking on poverty's door. Some nights it's actually quite hard to find something to eat, but we get by. And my sister is in excruciating pain due to a car accident. Or two, but the last one did the most damage. So it's just hard for all of us. So I'm doing these vlogs not only for you guys to have a look at my life, but also for me, when I get in those dark moments, hopefully in the future when Dad gets a job, I can look back and go, at least you're not there anymore. So, let's get on with the show. I am using a very old camera, a JVC Vario that is 5 years old now, that I got for my, I think my 17th birthday? I'm not sure. I live in sunny old Auckland. So we're sitting outside of my back garden at the moment. I'm just gonna be chilling out, probably doing some drawing, and I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys a little bit because I'm quite lonely, so this is why I'm sort of doing these vlogs, to sort of give myself something to do and push myself and achieve my dream of becoming a world-renowned social media entertainer, which is something that I've wanted to do since I was 16 years old. I don't really know what else to tell you in regards to that goal. I am working on it. It's just, it's difficult when you're living off a benefit for one, your dad hasn't got a job for two, and you don't really have any transport to get anywhere or do things. So I'm literally saving money for things and trying to find a place to record, despite the fact being surrounded by loud dogs and a very cute cat who isn't around at the moment, and I wish she was because I'd love to show her to you. My dad said that if we move then we can get a cat because we're not sure if we can get one here. I've always wanted a cat. My mum sort of was heavily allergic to them, so I could never really get one, which sucked because I was like, oh, I really want a cat. My mum was like, nah, and she hated them. So yeah, I will hopefully be getting a cat in the near future. There's one actually at the SPCA already, which is New Zealand's Society for Protection Against Animal Cruelty, I think is, yeah, that's SPCA. I'm very nervous. This is a real big thing for me. In regards to that, I am allowed to go and have a look at the cats. That's a really cool thing about the SPCA. You can go in, have a chat, find out what cat would suit you, and go and meet them. But here's my problem when it comes to doing stuff like that. I get really attached. I get attached to all sorts of things. I get attached to animals, I get attached to people, I get attached to a camera that's 4 years old that doesn't really work as well as it should, but hey, at least it does a good vlog. And I also get attached to using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVD cases and my journal to prop up my camera as a makeshift tripod. But you know, I'm pretty ingenuitive when it comes to that stuff. You know, you can say the typical stereotype, you know, Kiwi ingenuity and the number 8 wire and all that, but I've had to be ingenuitive when it comes to my life. I failed NCA level 3 when I was at high school. Gosh, that's nearly 4 years ago now, wow. And I went over to Adelaide thinking that I was going to be able to, you know, pass a finish in school and do really well, and I didn't. So I actually have a qualification to work with horses, which is great, but horses are expensive, and at the moment, I'm sure you guys can guess, I can't afford one. But that's also on the cards too, because that's a big part of the Brisingrize channel. Is because I'm an equestrian, I really want to show you guys what it's like to be an equestrian on a budget, that thoroughbreds, because they're my babies and I love working with off the track ones in particular. Not just for eventing, you can use them for all sorts of things, and one of the things that I really love to do is endurance. And endurance or competitive trail riding, they're both very similar, one's a bit more intense, is about understanding 1, your horse's behaviour, 2, your horse's stamina, and 3, your own. It's about riding to a select time and not going over it, and also making sure that your horse is able to continue the race. It's a really interesting, intricate sort of process, and I just heard a loud bang inside and that scared the crap out of me. So that's what I'm hoping to do, as well as the big thing on this channel, which if you guys will hopefully get to know very soon. I freaking love gaming. I used to be a real gaming girl when I was younger. I had a Nintendo DS. I had the first version of the Nintendo DS that broke, so then I got the newer one. And then I got another one, which was a blue one. And I still have it, but like I said, I didn't really have the best sort of childhood. My mum pretty much decided that I didn't really... I don't know how to put it, because she's part of the reason I have complex PTSD. The other is insane amounts of bullying, but she's pretty much the one that's still really inside my head, and I hear her voice a lot, and that's a real negative thing. So I used to have to go to school, right, and lie that I played all these amazing games that I really wanted to play. We can use an example of the Arkham series. I am a Batman fanatic, and in particular I have a very soft spot for the Clown Prince of Crime himself. I mean, when he's in your head, you've kind of got to. Just so you guys know, the way my complex PTSD works is that my personality and my identity fragmented, and so I have 3 voices inside my head. I've got my character Wolf, who is also a Batman character, who represents more of the motherly side of things, so when I needed someone to help me through and give me some solid advice, I listened to her. I've got Brisingrize, which you guys are going to meet, because she's going to be a big part of the channel, because, you know. Originally she was my dark side, and then I was just like... I kind of embraced my dark side a long time ago, so where's the fun in that? I'm an author as well, so I really love to create stories. And the third, who protects my childhood and just sort of is more of the childish side of me and just wants to have fun, is the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker, inside my head with Mark Hamill's voice. So when I say that the Joker saved my life, I really mean it, because he did. I learnt to laugh because of him, and I learnt to be pretty happy. So yeah, that's just some of the things that go on inside my head. You'll notice that I jump a lot. This is what we call a tangent, and I'm working on it with my mental health team. Basically, my brain does this thing where it can make connections between subjects that to other people don't make sense, but to me make a lot of sense. So notice how I jump from a cat to Joker to what I'm doing now. It's how my brain works. And it is actually very helpful in some ways, because it's one of the reasons, being an author and also an artist, I'm an amateur artist, I taught myself. I would absolutely love to be able to do art as a job along with YouTube, because it's going to be part of YouTube as well, because I'm going to do lots of challenges and have lots of fun with it. And it's just how my brain works. I can sort of link things together. But unfortunately it also means that my brain works at 1,000,000 miles per second, and I have to slow myself down. As you guys can see now, I'm doing that. I'm taking deep breaths. I don't know if anyone else with complex PTSD does this. If you have complex PTSD, or just PTSD in general, leave it in the comments below and tell me what your brain does differently. Because it's something that got me bullied, was this very imaginative sort of world that I created. I have a book that I'm working on called Keepers of Vokolador. See, another tangent, but it does tie back in. I'm doing better. You should have seen me when I first started my sessions at Totally Psyched. I jumped so much that I gave myself a headache. Not good. But Keepers of Vokolador is about dragons that have dinosaurian qualities and evidence of evolution, and also may or may not be inspired by human ancient civilizations, because my dad loves history. And I didn't like history in school, so you'd think it wouldn't rub off on me, but it did. And I also love Indiana Jones. But back to gaming. I've got to get back to gaming, because that was what I was talking about. Like I said, I had to lie that I played all these amazing games like the Arkham series and Last Guardian and Shadow of the Colossus, all these cool ass games that came out when I was younger, and I couldn't play them unless I conned a so-called friend into letting me borrow it. I begged and pleaded my nana to buy me a PS2 because I had a PlayStation 1 that my Uncle Gareth gave me, which was awesome. And we played a few games like Spyro Gateway to Glimmer, Stuart Little game. I don't know if anyone remembers that, because that's a real, like, left field one, but it was really fun, and I still have it. But my dad also had a PlayStation as well, so every time I got to go over to my dad's, because my dad and my mum divorced, and it was not good, I go over and play PlayStation. And the other thing is, I'm very competitive. God, another tangent. This is going poof, 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 poof. You know, bang, bang, bang. Stop it, stop it. This is why I need to work on that. And I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen if I start commentating on games. I'm not going to jump as much because I'll be focusing on playing. But here's the problem I have with that. I don't have anywhere to record, for one. I only have a laptop. But the good news is, I am going to be purchasing a Blue Yeti microphone, the Ice Yeti Snowball thing. Is it called Snowball? Yeah, it's called Snowball. There's a black and a white one. Oh god, another tangent, but you get the point, right? So I will hopefully be getting that soon, and that means that I can start recording some voiceovers for maybe some speed paints, because like I said, I'm an artist. I've been drawing for about 7 years now. Holy crap. And I started in high school as an escape, and I didn't think I was very good, but turns out I have a bit of a knack for teaching myself how to do things if I really work on it. So that's going to be a big part of the channel, like I've said already. The gaming's going to be a big part of the channel, the vlogs are going to be a big part of the channel, and also horses are going to be a big part of the channel. It's going to be quite busy. And if this thing takes off, which I really, really want it to, I probably would consider splitting the vlogs and the horse onto one, and the gaming and the art onto another. So you got Brisingrize gaming and maybe art as well on there, and then you've got the vlogs and everything on another channel. I'll have to see, because depending on how many people react to these vlogs depends on what I'm going to do. Because I do want to be able to sort of get myself out of this mess. And one of the things I really want to do if things took off and I started getting paid is I really want to help my dad out. And I want to be able to just sort of pay a little bit towards the rent. So if we stuck around Red Beach, we could have a few more things around here. We need a bit of a bigger house. This one's a bit small for us. And I reckon it'd be really cool. Also, one other thing I really want to do if I get really big on YouTube, and this might sound crazy because yes, it's another tangent, and I'm working on it. I'm learning to sort of stop tangenting, even though I do it a lot. I'm just working on one day, hopefully, paying for my best friend's wedding. I would absolutely love to do that because she's been there for me for so much. She's an amazing person. She can be a little harsh at times, but hey, what best friend isn't? Sometimes you gotta tell someone you're letting things run your life, and even though at the time you're very hurt by it and it feels like you're getting stabbed in the stomach, and then someone's twisting it into your back and then into your heart, because that's happened a lot in my life. Bullying, friends dumping me, yada yada. It goes on and on and on. Tangent! But I really want to be able to do that for her. Like I said, I used to live in Adelaide, as you can see by my beautiful shirt. I love this shirt so much, it's so comfy. I can't wait to go horse riding in it. And I was quite happy in Adelaide. I was doing a lot better. I didn't know I had PTSD. Back then I was diagnosed with chronic depression, chronic anxiety. And the interesting thing about PTSD, or complex PTSD, which is what I have, and I constantly need to remind myself that I don't just have PTSD, it's complex. Look how much I'm tangenting, this is ridiculous, right? This is kind of funny. Is that it's like PTSD on steroids. It's multiple traumas that have caused me, as a child, to lose everything that I am and everything that I was. And it might sound weird, but that's what I do. Yeah. I think you guys can tell how nervous I am, right? This is so scary for me. I have been bullied my whole life, so to put myself out there again in the hopes of reaching people and building a community and being me for the first time in my entire freaking life is freaking terrifying. I'm so scared. Oh my god, you have no idea how scared I am. I am honestly petrified about this, but at the same time I'm excited about this, so it's a weird kind of combo. Usually what happens when I horse ride is petrified, but happy. Go figure. Anything I do, petrified but happy, that seems to be one of the mantras of my life. And the other one being, sometimes you gotta fall before you can rise. That's what I've learnt. Sometimes I've gotta fall before I can rise up and do what I want to do. Like dye my hair and feel good about myself and maybe get myself some new glasses, maybe work on getting my car license this year. Who knows, maybe even ride the motorbike down there. But it's all gonna take time. And I'm just working on things. So yes, this is what I just am going to be doing in my back garden. Sitting here, talking to you guys with a makeshift tripod. Maybe I should get that next. What do you guys think? After the microphone, should I get a tripod? I don't know. I don't have a lot of money. I'm trying to work out what I need. And I'm going to sneeze. Brilliant. I don't really want to do it on camera, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's just this little vlog thing. I can't really show you guys anything else because I'm not really doing anything else. The only thing I'm really doing is writing on my little gold laptop that my nana bought me for my birthday. But I also will be doing some speed paints, and once I get a microphone I'll voice over them and I'll discuss my methods. My goal is to not tangent. I'm probably going to tangent on the first few, but with time hopefully I'm not going to tangent as much. And also, one more thing in terms of dealing with PTSD, right? Eat chocolate. I'm not kidding. Remus Lupin was right in Harry Potter, right? Eat chocolate, you'll feel better. It is an antidepressant and it works. When I spiral, I eat Kit Kats. I freaking love them. Which is also probably why I'm breaking out in pimples. Also, I had a chocolate ice cream yesterday because I was not happy during my session. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll probably either do another one tomorrow, or maybe I'll do one weekly just to start off with, because things don't really change much every day. Because, you know, hashtag living with PTSD. Anyway guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching, and cut